start of today's video, I'm going to give you guys some top tips to push towards your first rank 35. It's going to be some general tips, and also some tips on the meta and other things as well. If you want me to dive into specific brawler guides to get that first rank 35, because the update is dropping soon and you only have less than 2 weeks to get that rank 35 exclusive pin, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of guides to hopefully get that before the update drops. So let's just jump into it. The first tip is to actually push a brawler that you're good with. The reason why I say this is because at rank 30, you can probably just play the brawlers that you're good at and get away with it most of the time. But if you're trying to push towards rank 35, you can't just do this. For example, you can't just play my favorite brawler because he's going to get destroyed by everything, and I'm going to need some pros to air me. So play brawlers that you can relate to from my tier list, at least above C tier, that you're actually good with. If you're not sure what you're good with, take a look at your mastery progression because you can see which brawlers you play the most. Typically, those are going to be the brawlers that you're best with. For example, for me, it's like Rico, Darl, etc. Those are going to be the brawlers that I know I can win a lot of my matchups with. Just take both of that into consideration and don't blindly pick Edgar because it's not going to work. So it's vital to learn your matchups with the brawler that you want to push. The next tip is to learn the meta per map. A common misconception is that people can just blindly pick brawlers on whatever map they see in rotation, and it won't work. There's always a meta on a specific map. For example, if it's super bushy, you're gonna see a lot of tanks. If it's a more open map, you'll see more snipers. It's key to know this. If you're in the trophy range, you'll be able to develop the meta as you face off against sweaty compositions. Start to learn what they're doing and try to either counter it or take some of their brawlers. The higher you get up in trophies, the more sweat teams you'll face, but you'll also learn what compositions work best. Moving on to the next tip, for Showdown, I would say Lily is really unskillful right now because of the Vanish gadget. You can just spam it and cheat death multiple times in Showdown, which is great. She's a great one versus one brawler as well. Another important tip is to keep your patience when pushing rank 35. Even I struggle with patience when I push with new brawlers, especially if I lose a couple of games in a row. If you lose, it can feel like you're wasting your time. Just stay patient. Expect to lose. Even pros expect to lose sometimes because a tilted mentality won't end well. If you're tilting, take a break. Don't just sit there all day and expect to get rank 35. It's a long grind, and every loss can be a lesson. Learn from your mistakes. Another essential tip, especially before the update, is to take advantage of new game modes. Normally, the matchmaking pool is super limited and casual, making it easier to push trophies. With new game modes like Payload and Present Plunder, you can abuse this. If you have a really sweaty team, you'll destroy randoms because they won't have coordinated compositions. I have to highlight the importance of win streaks. Ever since win streaks were introduced, trophy inflation has skyrocketed. Rank 35s have become easier to achieve. At high trophies, if you lose, it can take a long time to get back up without win streaks. If you lose, switch to your low trophy brawlers. Farm that brawler for 5 wins and then switch back. This way, every game you win, you gain significantly more trophies. Finally, abuse the meta as much as possible. It doesn't matter when you're watching this video, some brawlers are just broken right now. Push them as much as you can before any nerfs. The best brawlers hardly have bad matchups and don't require much skill to play, making them free rank 35 opportunities. That's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.